Starting off this sexy little number, we're first going to grab our category 4 yarn, make a slip knot. We're going to grab our 5mm hook, and we're going to start off by making a chain that goes from your side to where your cleavage is. And by side, I mean where your underarm is, so like that side, not side boob. So go ahead and make that chain, and then I'll meet you guys back once we have that done. And just as a reference, I'm going to have a chain of 6 inches. Once we have our chain, we're going to block off that last chain that we made. Chain up another 3. This counts as a double crochet. We're going to prepare for a double crochet. Insert our hook into that chain that we blocked off, or the 4th chain from the hook, and we're going to put a double crochet in there, and then also going down our chain, putting 1 double crochet into each of our loops. And once we make it to the end, we're going to chain up 3, decrease, and work our way back, but I'll show you guys how to do that when we get there. We've now made it all the way across with our first row of solid double crochet, and the rest of this is going to be more solid double crochet, but on the ends of every other row we're going to be doing a decrease. So let's show you guys how to decrease. We're first going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet. We're going to flip our work, prepare for a double crochet, and then into this first loop we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through. Once we have that, we're going to insert our hook into that next loop, yarn over, pull through, and then from here we're going to yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 2, and then that counts as a decrease. And then from here we're going to go back down every loop that we have, putting just 1 double crochet but leaving the last 3 loops because we're going to be decreasing into the 3rd and 2nd to last, and then in the last we're going to be doing a regular double crochet, but I'll meet you guys back when we get there. So we have double crocheted all the way down, and like I said, we left the last 3 loops. And then into these next 2 loops, we're going to be doing our decrease. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet, insert our hook into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, and through that next loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 2, and that is our decrease. Prepare for a double crochet, and then into this last loop that we have, we're going to be going in with just 1 double crochet. And then this is what we should have so far. And then now that we have our first row of decrease, our next row is going to be a row of regular double crochet. So like I said earlier, we're going to be decreasing into every other row. So as you guys can see, we're in the 3rd row. This is a row of non-decreases, and we're actually just going to keep going up like this all the way up until our pattern reaches about our shoulder. And then it's okay if it doesn't come to an actual point. That is actually better because we're going to need to make a strap that goes up and over your shoulder as well. But we're not going to do that right away because we need to know the length until we get to the bottom band first. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get to about 4 loops into the top of the triangle that we're doing right now, and then I will show you guys what to do from there. So I went ahead and made both of my triangle cups. I know that I didn't tell you guys to do it, but you guys can get started on yours once we're done talking about this real quick. And we just need to talk about one of them because they're exactly the same, so we're going to toss that one. And then once we get here, I went ahead and did the pattern that I showed you guys, which was decreasing into every other row all the way until we got to about the tip of our shoulder. And for me, from the bottom all the way up to the top that I have right here is 2.5 inches. And then as you guys can see, I didn't keep going until I came up to a point. I have about 3 loops left into this guy, and then from here, when we have our measurement that we need after we make the bottom band, because that's what we're going to do next, then we're going to go in with just a solid band that goes all the way back, and then from there we can start working on the shoulder portion. But when I made this portion, I went ahead and cut and tied and did that to both of my cups, and then from there we will do the bottom band. So go ahead and make both of your cups, cut and tie when it gets high enough, and then I'll meet you guys back. So I already have both of my cups done, and now you guys should have both of your cups done too. And then once we have this, we're going to start working on the bottom band. So really quickly, once we have the cups done, we're going to want to measure out the sides and see how far back we want this to reach. And I'm just going to make a chain of 3 inches. I'm going to connect it to this corner, single crochet all the way across, do a little chain in between, and then single crochet back all the way across, and then do another chain of 3 inches on this side. But I'll show you guys how to do that, but I'm first going to make my chain of 3 inches, and I'll meet you guys back once I'm ready to attach it to this corner. I now have my chain, and what we're going to do from here is grab one of our cups, and then into this corner loop that we have, we're going to insert our hook, and then once when it's inserted, we're going to yarn over, pull through everything, and then now we have this little chain that is attached to one of our cups. And once we're here, we're going to go in putting one single crochet into every loop that we have once we make it to the end. And then once we make it to the end, we're going to need to make a chain that goes in between our boobs, and then I'll talk to you guys about that once when we get there. I cannot speak, but yeah, I'll meet you guys back once when we have single crocheted all the way across. We have single crocheted all the way across, and then now we're going to do a little chain and then attach it to our next cup that we have. And then this is going to be different depending on your bust size. My little chain is going to consist of just one singular chain, so I'm just going to have this guy, and then once we have that, insert our hook into this corner, pull through everything, and then go ahead and single crochet all the way down. Once we make it to the end, we're going to do the same amount of chains that we have on this side to keep it even, and then I will meet you guys back. We now have our row of chain to single crochet to chain to single crochet to chain, and once we have this, our next row is going to be fairly simple. We're going to block off that last chain that we did. We're going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet. Prepare for a double crochet, insert our hook into that 4th loop from the hook, or the one that we blocked off, and we're going to go ahead and go 4th with putting 1 double crochet into every loop that we have, working all the way back down our work that we have. We have double crocheted across our bottom band that we have right now, and the next row that we're going to do is actually just a really simple row of net. So we're going to start off by chaining up 4. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 3 count as a double crochet. We're going to flip our work, prepare for a double crochet. We're going to skip 1 loop, double crochet into the loop after that, and then that is our first knit. Let's do this together again. We're going to chain up 1, prepare for a double crochet, skip the next loop, double crochet into the loop after that, and then that is our net. And then we're going to keep doing this all the way across. We have just finished up doing our row of netting along the bottom border, and now we're going to be doing a row of diamonds. So all that is we're going to chain up 3. That counts as a double crochet. We're going to flip our work, we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then into this first double crochet loop that we have, not this gap, but this first double crochet loop, we're going to go in with a double crochet. We're going to chain 1, 2, 3, prepare for a double crochet, and then go into that same loop with a double crochet, and that is our diamond. And then once we have that, we're not going to do anything in between. We're just going to automatically prepare for a double crochet into that next double crochet loop, put a double crochet on top of that, and then from here prepare for a double crochet, insert into the next loop with a double crochet, chain 3, prepare for a double crochet, and then double crochet into that same loop. So it's going to be a row of double crochet, diamond, double crochet, diamond, and we're going to do this all the way across, and this is going to be the rest of our bottom, but we will meet you guys back once we're done with this row so I can show you guys how to do the next row. We are nearly done with our first row of diamonds, and I just wanted to come back to you guys really quick to see if some of you guys ended off your rows like mine. So as you guys can see, into my 3rd to last loop I have a diamond, and my 2nd to last I have a double crochet, and then if we're following the pattern it should be a diamond, but we want to end on a solid double crochet. So if yours ends like mine and doesn't end on an actual solid double crochet, what we're going to do is just chain out 1, prepare for a double crochet, skip 1 loop, go onto the loop right after that with a double crochet. And we're only doing this so that this can be easier for us to go into with our corset back tie once we insert that. But then once when we get here, every row that we're going to have after this that is a diamond is going to be exactly the same that we just did. So we're going to start off by making a chain up of 3. We're going to flip our work, and then if your next loop that you have is a diamond, go straight into that diamond with another diamond on top. But like I said, since my next loop that I have is a double crochet, I'm going to be chaining out 4, because remember we did that 1 loop in between. Prepare for a double crochet into that next double crochet loop that I have. But then if you guys don't, all you're going to do is prepare for a double crochet, and then into this diamond loop we're going to go in with another diamond. So here's 1 double crochet, chain out 3, 1 double crochet, into the diamond in the previous row. And then let's do a couple more together. We're going to prepare for a double crochet into this double crochet loop that we have, go in with a solid double crochet, and then into this next one we have a diamond. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet into that diamond gap, chain out 3, prepare for a double crochet, put another double crochet into that diamond gap. And we're going to keep doing this all the way down, and we're going to keep going back and forth until you guys have the length of the bottom band that you want, minus maybe about an inch and a half, or not an inch and a half, an inch or a half an inch, because we are going to end off with a row of double crochet just to kind of even everything out. And then I will meet you guys back. As you guys can see, we are just about done with our rows of diamonds, and I did a total of 3 rows if you guys want to see. And then from this first double crochet row all the way to the end, I have about 2.5 inches, and we are nearly done with the bottom border. We're just going to go in with another row of double crochet along the bottom just to kind of encapsulate the bottom border all together. But once we get here, we're going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet. We are going to flip our work. We're going to chain out 1 extra, so a chain of 4 in total. And then into this first diamond, we're going to put 1 single crochet. And then in order to skip over to the next diamond that we have, because we're not going to be maintaining these double crochets in the middle, we're just going to do a quick chain up of 2. We're going to skip this double crochet, go into the next diamond gap with a single crochet. Let's do this one more time. Chain up 2 into the next diamond gap, single crochet. And then we're going to keep doing this all the way down. Once we make it to the end, we're going to chain up 3, work our way back with a row of solid double crochet. But I'll meet you guys back once we get to the end so we can do that together. We are at our very last diamond that we have, and as you guys can see really quickly, we just have a solid line that goes straight across our bottom border for work. And then once we get here, all we're going to do is chain out 1, prepare for a double crochet into the loop that we have right next to our very last diamond that we have. And then once we get here, we're going to chain up 3, flip our work, and then we're just going to go into every loop that we have with 1 double crochet. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet into that next loop, put 1 double crochet. Then we're going to keep doing this all the way down. Once we make it to the end, we're going to cut and tie. This is what our work should be looking like once we have finished the bottom border. We just went in with our row of double crochet along the bottom, and I cut and tied. And then the next thing that we have to do is actually do the back strap so that we can get started on the sleeve. As you guys can see, I already have one side done, but I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. This is the back strap that we're going to start on right now, just this solid double crochet portion that comes all the way down, and then we connect it down to the base, and then the sleeve is going to come afterwards. So right before we get started, we're going to put this up to ourselves, and then we're going to measure from the tip of our triangle. This is going to go up and over our shoulder and then connect down to this bottom border section, and then we're going to connect it. So when we have that measurement, we're just going to keep going back and forth with however many double crochet loops you have right here. As you guys can see, I have 3 loops, so I'm going to keep going back and forth with 3 double crochet, going up all the way up and over so I can connect it right here. And just to let you guys know, from this point down to here, I'm going to have 11.5 inches. And so go ahead and insert your yarn, insert your hook, go back and forth, and I'll meet you guys back when we are ready to attach it to this back portion. I now have my 11.5 inches, and you guys should have whatever measurement you guys have. And now we're ready to connect it to the back. And I'm going to be speaking on doing the second one. They're going to be done exactly the same, but there's just a little thing that you have to keep an eye out when you do the second one. So for the first one, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and just make sure that your bottom band and your, what is this? Your back strap. Make sure that your back strap are sandwiched next to each other. Please do not mind me. Make sure that they are sandwiched next to each other, and then we're just going to flip our work and see how many loops we have on our back strap. Like I said, I have 1, 2, 3 loops that I was working into. So into our bottom band, we're going to count out 1, 2, 3 loops, insert our hook into that 3rd loop, and then we're going to yarn over, pull through everything on our hook. And then we're just going to do the rest together into the next available loop into the strap, insert your hook, into the next available loop into the bottom band, insert, yarn over, pull through, secure with a single crochet. And since we have 1 more, we're just going to do this together. Insert into the last loop or next loop, however many loops you guys have, and then insert into the next loop that you guys have in the bottom band. single crochet, chain up 1 to secure. And then what I was saying about having the second one was that you're going to want to make sure that your seams are facing the same side. So you're going to want to make sure that one isn't inside or outside. You can't really tell, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you want yours to look clean, just make sure that they are on the right side. So go ahead and just make sure that you fold your stuff the right way when you're sandwiching your work together. But once when we have that, now we can start working on the sleeves. I cannot think of words today. To get started on the sleeves, we're first going to take a look at our armhole, and we're going to be working into this gap that we've made for ourselves. So we're going to take a start at right next to our cup. It doesn't have to, but we're just going to do this just for video's sake, just to make things easier for you guys to follow along. So we're going to take a look at where our cup is, and then from here we're going to take a look and see where the second available loop is into this base. So as you can see, we're in this loop, so we're going to count out 1, 2, insert your hook into that second loop. We're going to make a slip knot, insert that onto our hook. We're going to pull through, chain up 1 to secure, and then from here we're going to prepare for a double crochet. No, we're going to prepare for a half double crochet, and then we're going to take a look at our cup, and then we're going to see where all of our side double crochets are, and then in between this first and second row there's going to be a little loop that goes right in between. So we're going to insert our hook into that loop with a half double crochet. So insert, yarn over, pull through everything. That's how we do our half double crochets. Let's do this one more time. So we're going to chain out 1, prepare for a half double crochet, and we're going to find that loop in between these 2 side double crochet loops that we have, and then half double crochet. And we're going to do this all the way down. Once when we get to the base, we're going to connect it to the base with a slip stitch, but I'll show you guys how to do that once when we get there. We have made our way all the way around with our row of half double crochet netting, and like I said, we're going to connect it to the base, and all we're going to do is count out 1, 2 loops into the base, and then the base, I mean the bottom border. So we're going to count out 1, 2, and then slip stitch into that second loop. And this is our first row for our sleeve. And then from here we're actually going to be, and then once we've slip stitched into the base, we're going to be slip stitching up the next 2 loops to work our way up to this next row. So there's 1, there's 2. We're going to flip our work, and then we're going to do a diamond into this first half double crochet loop. So we're going to prepare for a half double crochet. No. Oh, I'm a mess. We're going to prepare for a double crochet, insert our hook into that half double crochet loop with a double crochet, chain out 3, prepare for another double crochet, and put another double crochet into that same loop that we're in. From here we're going to chain 1, prepare for a double crochet. We're going to skip this next half double crochet altogether and then go into the one after that with a double crochet. And this is what our work should be looking like. And once we have this, let's do this one more time. We're going to chain out 1, prepare for a double crochet, skip this next half double crochet, go into the half double crochet after that with a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and then once we have that, let's do the rest one more time. So chain 1, prepare for a double crochet, skip this half double crochet, go into the one after that with a double crochet. And we're going to keep doing this all the way down, and I'll show you guys what to do once we get to the end of this row. We have made our way all the way down with our first row of diamonds, and now we're just going to connect it down to the base again. So we're going to count up 1, 2 loops, insert your hook into that second with a slip stitch, and then that is the last time we're going to be connecting into the base. The rest is going to be the sleeve part. But once we get here, we're going to chain out 3, flip our work, and then we're going to skip this double crochet that we have right here, and then we're going to go straight into this diamond with another diamond. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then put a diamond inside of this diamond, and then whatever we did in the previous row, do the same thing on top of that. So really quickly, once we have this guy, we're going to chain out 1, prepare for a double crochet. Since we have a double crochet right here, insert our hook into that double crochet with a double crochet. And we're going to keep doing this all the way down until we have a loop or 2 left, because we will start to decrease into every row until we get the sleeve length that we want. But I'll meet you guys back once we get to the other end of this row. We have made our way to the end of our second row of diamonds, and as you guys can see, I left a double crochet and then a diamond at the very end, and I'm just going to show you guys how to end and start every row that you guys want for whatever length that you guys want for the sleeve. So once when we get here, we left the double crochet and diamond like I said. We do have a chain one after the last double crochet that we did, so we're going to prepare for a double crochet into that one double crochet loop that we have, and then from here we're going to chain one, and directly into this next diamond we're just going to be putting one double crochet, and then that'll decrease a little bit. That'll help us get a nice smooth curve on our sleeve. And then once we have this, we're going to chain up 3, flip our work, and then I know in the previous row we had a chain 1 in between, but to help it curve up just a little bit more, we're not going to put a chain 1 in between, so we just have our chain of 3, and we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then put 1 double crochet into that next double crochet loop that we have. Then once we have that, now we can continue going down the same way that we've been going. So we're going to chain up 1 into this diamond, put another diamond, so double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and then chain 1, double crochet into this loop, and then keep going back and forth like that, remembering this type of decrease, going back and forth until we have the length that you guys want. I'm going to keep going until I have just a handful of rows, and I'll meet you guys back so I can tell you guys the length of what I have and then what to do after that. So I'm back to talk to you guys really quickly. That last row that I just showed you, I worked my way down and then did the decreases, worked my way up, and then worked my way back down for that next row. And then as you guys can see, we have double crochet, a diamond, and then we have these other set of double crochets right here as well. And then what we're going to do from here is chain 1, prepare for a double crochet into that next double crochet loop. We're going to chain up 1, and quite honestly we're just going to ignore these 2 double crochet loops that we have, so we're just going to double crochet once into the diamond, and once when we have that, chain up 3, flip our work, and then continue doing the same thing that we have, going back and forth until we have the sleeve length that you want. I will meet you guys back once when I'm done, but go ahead and have at it. BRB. So this is what I have once when I just finished up doing my sleeve, and this is a smaller sleeve, so it's like a little cap sleeve, not a full sleeve, but you guys can keep going if you guys want. But this is what I have, and just to let you guys know, I'm measuring from this top corner that I have, coming from this first row of our half double crochet net all the way down to the end. I have a total of 6 inches, but this will vary depending on how far your stuff is stretched out or what kind of hook you use, stuff like that, but that's just what I have. And then once when we have one side, go ahead and do your other. As you guys can see, I already have my other side, and then now we can start working on making the back loops for our corset back tie that we have. Next up is doing these back loops. Super simple, but we're doing these back loops for our corset back tie. So as you guys can see, I already went ahead and did one. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do the other side. So we're going to take a look at this bottom band to where our sleeve is. Obviously this is going to be all flesh, so this is perfect. We're going to insert our hook into this bottom corner, insert our yarn onto our hook. Then we're going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 3 count as a double crochet. And then once we get here, we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and this is going to be the same way that we did the other side double crochets. So we're going to double crochet into these loops that we have in between the 2 double crochet rows. So here's one row and here's another row. We're going to have one loop in between that's nice and clean that we can go into. So we're going to insert our hook with a double crochet. Let's do this a couple more times. We're going to chain up 1, prepare for a double crochet, take a look in between these 2 double crochet rows that we have. There's this loop in between. Go ahead and go in there with a double crochet. And then we're going to keep doing this until we have however many loops that we want. My loops are actually going to come up pretty high on the back. Yours can be just a couple at the bottom, which would also be really cute, or somewhere in the middle. All depends on you guys. But once when you guys have that amount of loops that you want, then we're going to do a row of single crochet just to tidy things up a little bit. But I'll meet you guys back when we're done with our loops so that we can do our single crochet. I've just finished up doing my row of net, and just to let you guys know, from the bottom all the way up until where I stopped, like I said, mine is coming up really high on the back. I have a total of 13 inches, But once we have the amount of rows that we want for our net, we're going to chain up 1, flip our work, and then make our way all the way down, putting 1 single crochet into every loop. Once we make it to the end, we're going to cut and tie, and then I already have mine done, but you guys go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Just make sure that you guys have the same amount of loops on both sides. Now this is what we should have once when we are all finished doing our back loops. And then one of the last things that we have to do other than weaving in our ends is make 1 super long chain or short chain depending on how many loops you guys have in the back, but I made a super duper long chain so that I can weave in and out of all these guys. And then I made another chain that is not quite as long. This one is optional, but I made another chain that is shorter so that it can weave in and out of these side double crochet loops just as decoration. Doesn't really do anything, but it is cute. So once we have both of those chains done, one of the last things that, or not one of, the last thing that we have to do is just weave in all of our ends. Now that we're done weaving in the ends, this is our crop top all finished. This top turned out even better than what I had imagined in my head. I'm so excited with the possible ways you can wear this and style this, and I'd love to see how y'all make it into your own. So please tag TCDDIY on Instagram so I can stalk you guys. But also, if you guys like this piece or any other piece on the channel, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It's right beneath the video. It lets YouTube and I know you're enjoying the videos, and it goes a really long way with helping the channel grow so we can keep gaining some traction. But if you didn't like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs down, but be sure to leave me a comment letting me know why you didn't like it, or if you have any questions, requests, or if y'all just want to say hi. I usually reply pretty quick. If you love it, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's right beneath the video. It'll let you know when there's a new video uploaded to the channel, get you a bit more priority when it comes to requests, and it goes a really long way with helping the channel grow so I can keep making all these great videos for you guys. If you're already subscribed, huge thanks to you guys, but please hit that notification bell to know when there's a new upload for you right away, and please share with your crafty friends. Every bit helps. Links to the yarn and the hooks will be in the description, and if you buy something using those links, that also goes towards helping out the channel. And lastly, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest are down there as well. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.